Hey guys, mobility routine, time to get loosey-goosey. Let's get started. Pec stretch. This is the first stretch in this routine, guys. If you're at the gym, you've got these blue pillars around the room. Grab one of those, hands gonna be on the side. If you're at home, you can use a toilet door or like a door frame. It's gonna be 30 seconds hold, or maybe kind of 10 pulses, okay? So it looks like this. We're gonna be side onto the pillar or the door frame. I've got my left arm on the door frame, on the wall. Elbows in line with the shoulder. You can go slightly lower, or you can go slightly higher. Nothing too out of line of the shoulder. So I want to go in line with the shoulder here. My left arm's on the wall. I've got my left foot staggered in front of my right foot. What I'm going to do, I'm going to twist. I'm going to try to get my corner of the chest to face the opposite side of the room. So I'm going to do 10 pulses. As soon as you feel the stretch, you're going to hold for a couple of seconds and back again. Or you can hold it in that stretch position for 30 seconds. Do that on each side. That is the pec stretch, movement number 1. T-spine rotation. Now, these first two movements, the wall is your friend. You're gonna get by the wall again. We're gonna have one side, so you're gonna have one shoulder on the wall, both hands out in front. If my left side is on the wall, I'm gonna put my right leg in front. The idea of this one is you're gonna keep the belly nice and tight, bum cheeks squeezed together tight, okay? We're here, and we're gonna follow this right hand. I'm gonna spin round as far as I can manage, and I'm gonna come back to the center again. So my left shoulder's on the wall, my right foot is staggered in front, like I'm about to sort of sprint off. Hands are pointed out, shoulder blades down, tight belly. I'm gonna follow my right hand round, and back again. The idea of this one is we're going to feel it in the mid-back and the shoulders. As you rotate, the idea is to not change position or not arch. So if you squeeze your belly tight, only rotate as far as that allows you with good movement. That is T-spine. We're going to do 10 reps each side. Get loose. All right, guys, hip flexor stretch, 30 seconds to a minute per side on this one. If you're at the gym, grab an ab mat. If you're at home, you can use a cushion, or if you've got a carpet on the ground, that's even better. So we're going to go ab mat on the ground. It's a bit similar to the Samson stretch we usually do in the classes. Knee on the ground, both legs at 90 degrees. The idea is to not arch the ribs. We're going to try and pull the ribs in. We're going to try and tuck the bum cheeks under, so not this position is where I've got this kind of big cave, this big arch. I want to try and flatten my belly out, twist my hips underneath, and then instantly you'll feel this kind of big stretch on the front of your hip. So the idea is you're going to have the hands on the hips, squeeze the bum cheeks, tight belly, and just lean forward. So the shoulder, hip and knee are in a nice straight line and not in this relaxed position. That stretch is gone now. As soon as I do this, I feel it here. Hands on the hips, push forward. 30 seconds to 1 minute. That is the hip flexor stretch. Ankle mobility. This is an ankle stretch. Ankle mobility is key for CrossFitters and basically everyone in everyday life, but specifically for you guys who are squatting, deadlifting, overhead squatting, running, jumping. These are key things that make the calf get tight, which then kind of makes the ankle not move around as it should do. So this is a great, really simple one you can do. All we're going to do is similar to that Samson stretch. We're going to have the foot flat on the ground. What I'm going to do is just going to put that pressure on my knee and my quad, so my knees are going over my toes. So we're going to do 10 reps. So you're going to lean forward, get a nice big pull down this kind of like back part of the leg here towards the Achilles. So do 1, 2, 10 reps per side in total. That's an ankle stretch. Really important one, get after it. A wall angel. Now a wall angel is really good for shoulder stability, flexibility, strength in the shoulder girdle or the shoulder positions we're going to be in. So who here hates overhead squats? Anyone? We're looking at overhead squats, power snatches, handstands, pull-ups, anything with a bar overhead. This is a really, really good one to be efficient at. It's something that I find quite difficult. It's a bit of a weakness of mine. I've got a really tight back and tight shoulders. I'll do the best I can with it. Let's have a look at it. So on the wall, the idea is to be flat on the wall. This lower part of your back is going to be squashed in. So if I was doing that, the stretch earlier, the hip stretch, we're going to try and tuck the hips under so this part of your back flattens out. We're going to go about a foot out from the wall, okay? Bend the legs a little bit. We're going to put the shoulder blades on the wall. Hands are like 90 degrees. And the idea is to keep the shoulder blades on the wall and the lower back on the wall. If this happens and this kind of gives, and you get your hand underneath your back, there's too much of a gap there. We want that back to be nice and flat. Hands on the wall, and the idea is to just try and put the head back and just push the hands up over the head and slide them back down again. You go for 10 reps. It's harder than it looks, so if that's the challenge, you can turn around, face the wall. Similar sort of position, we're going to put the forearms on the wall. We're going to try and push into the wall, and you're going to have the legs bent, and you're going to slide the hands up the wall. And bring them down again. Idea is have the hands from the wrist to the little finger on the wall the whole time. If they come off the wall, it's not great. We want to try and concentrate on that being the thing there. So try those two out. Try the first one. If you're good for it, do 10 reps. If you find it a challenge and you can't keep those positions on the wall that we're after, so the lower back and the shoulder blades, spin around and it's a little bit easier, okay? That is this week's mobility routine, guys. Enjoy, get loose, and get after it. See you next week.